I had a chance to catch the start of Family Fun Day and was even there for some of the end. The event was set up to give children their voice back and to commemorate Cycle for Kids, one man's journey biking from Queen's Park to Parliament Hill to raise awareness for children's mental health.
And what brings you down here today?
My name is Samantha, and we are having a fun family day event at Parliament Hill today.
And why is it important to do this event today?
Because our kids have been lacking play, and they've been lacking enjoyment, and they've been lacking fun and excitement. So we have created this event to offer this for our kids today.
And what kind of things are going to be going on today?
We have clowns, we have stilt walkers, face painting, balloon artists, we have costume characters, we have all types of things, all types of activities and fun.
Cool. Who's organizing this?
The people. There's not one organizer. It's been organized by a group of people who said that our kids need more right now, and in that, we created this event.
My name is C.J. I'm here today for, I heard there was an event here. We're just here helping out. As you know, there's quite a bit going on right now with the children who are the real heroes in this, suffering through this pandemic. They're not able to be kids, so we're just here to support the cause. I brought my two friends here, Tigger and Winnie the Pooh. We're just letting the public know that there is something here. If they would like to come and take part, we're here, yes.
That's the plan. Hoping the kids will too. Yeah. It's been too long. It's been far too long.
Yeah, how long since you've been able to put on the stilts and see some children?
Oh, it's been stilts. I'm going to say October 2019.
Wow, that's back in the day.
Been quite a while, yeah. So, year and a half, it's been overdue.
Will there be any rust to shake off?
I hope not. I'd like to think I'm a well-oiled stilt walking machine.
Well, thanks for your time.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
What kind of numbers are you expecting?
No idea. I've been asked this question quite a bit. I can't say. I mean, we're ready for 10 kids. We're ready for 10,000 kids. And I really don't know how many are going to be here. So
what other kind of things are going on today?
There's going to be lots of children's activities, face painting, a stilt walker. They got a tattoo area for the children, temporary, obviously, and just basically activities for the kids where kids can be kids.
Cool. Yeah, it's rare these days.
It is rare, and that's actually very sad because I'm not sure if you're aware, in Toronto, Sick Kids Hospital received more than 2 times the amount of phone calls when you compare, before the pandemic and during the pandemic. So that's very concerning to many parents, and we're just here because, as we know, the studies and the science show that the children are not affected by this.
You're the tallest person I've ever interviewed.
High five.
Listen, we're from Toronto. We made the drive all the way. I came with Winnie the Pooh and Tigger last night, and we try to help where we can. Everyone has a role to play in this, and we're actually awaiting. There's a gentleman by the name of Craig Marshall. He actually left last Monday from Queen's Park, and he's riding here. He should be here in the next hour or so. He's going to be giving a speech in there. So his purpose was to build up awareness for mental health, especially during this time for children. So he's been riding his bicycle, right, like over 400 kilometers since Monday. So we're here to see him arrive and have him share a few words and just get the message out there, that kids' lives are really important and we need to really look at this.
We're just waiting for Craig from Cycle for Kids. He rode all the way from Toronto to Ottawa on his bike. He should be here any minute. The kids colored a big banner for him to drive through. All this money he's raising for children's mental health. Craig, you're a hero. You did it! Amazing! Craig, we're so proud of you. Thank you.
And that's pretty long bike ride.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I'd done it over 6 days. Well, 5.5 really. It was never about a race. It's not a race. It was just to gather momentum along the way and get support for children's mental health and well-being. I feel it's getting ignored. I think like everything's getting ignored at the moment. The pandemic's real. We know that, but it's just I don't watch the news. I don't watch TV. But whenever I accidentally hear the radio, that's all it is. Bang, 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 bang in your head. And I think we need to like look that way, focus on it, yeah, but focus on all the other elements of life that are now being ignored.
Yeah.
And children's mental health has been ignored. You know, I've heard that up to 1,000 children commit suicide in the last year. One is too many, and I know kids do that. You know, they've got issues, but it's just gone up tenfold, and it can happen. You know, it really upsets me. Like, really upsets me. So, yeah.
So do you mind telling the camera your name and where you came from and how you got here?
Yeah, my name's Craig Western. I'm from England. I've lived here about 5 years. I live up in Bradford, Ontario. And yeah, it was about 5-6 weeks ago. I thought, what can I do? What can I do? And I'm not one to sit still very long. So I thought, right, yeah, no, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. And hopefully, you know, by seeing a crazy lunatic ride all that way in this weather, I mean, I've had some nice days, but it's not cycling weather, really.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not about me. You know, I don't want to be the face and the rest of it. I just want people to wake up, but just people to just pay attention. You know.
Yeah.
Pay attention to these kids that are suffering.
Yeah.
Because, you know, if there's been that many suicides across Canada that we're not being told the official figures, how many are struggling and suffering right now? You know, how many are like locking us off in their bedroom?
Yeah.
You know, that kind of thing. So yeah, I mean, mental health in general across the board has gone up. You know, but yeah, my mum committed suicide when I was 9. She was 33, and you know, so I was on the receiving end of that. You know, and I had a bit of a rough life. So yeah, I guess it makes me even more passionate about what I'm doing. So.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
No, it is what it is. I mean, it was a long time ago, but she, you know, no sane person commits suicide, you know. And it's not even killing yourself. Something else kills them, doesn't it? Yeah, the mind. But why? It could be down to bullying or, you know, abuse or whatever. So yeah.
I know you don't want to focus on the bike ride, but that's a pretty good accomplishment in my books.
Yeah.
What were some of the ups and downs of this bike ride?
The first couple of days were nice weather. Didn't have long to plan it. Excuse me. In the summer it gets better, it's the dry air. I'm not used to this country. So yeah, a couple of good days. Wednesday it rained. I got wet. I changed halfway, went on some more. I've got like what mileage I'd done, but we were looking at the weather anyway. My driver, because I stayed in the RV overnight. Yesterday was hell. Yesterday was the shortest ride, 31 kilometers, and it nearly killed me.
With the rain?
Yeah, it literally nearly killed me.
How long does it take to do 31 kilometers in the rain?
It took a long time because I had a wind. I had a headwind and a crosswind. It wasn't behind me, and it was my GPS went funky, and it was just a disaster. But yeah, I got wet within 5 minutes of getting out, and I couldn't feel my feet, my fingers.
Yeah, that's miserable.
So yeah. Yesterday was the toughest. My longest ride was 124 kilometers, I believe. That was alright, but that 31 yesterday, it took everything and more. So yeah.
If there's anyone who's thinking about taking a long bike journey like that, what advice would you give to them?
I always say, and people are like, it starts here. It starts in the mind. And you know, I'm 42 years old, so you know, I've kept fit, as you can see, but I've not been to the gym for about a year. I'm not an avid cyclist, never cycled a racing bike, you know, so that was a learning curve. And you know, you adapt and overcome. I'm an engineer by trade. You adapt and overcome, and you know, if you can't do it, learn. The end. So,
Switching back to the protest now, how did you find out about this?
So I'm good friends with Samantha and Stephanie, and we've been having meetings for a month or so, and is kind of in collaboration, to be honest with you. This was their project, my project was doing this, and there was going to be a start and end. So yeah, you know, we just threw it together because we're all passionate about the cause. We're all fed up with seeing children suffer. We're all parents. So yeah, that's why we did it.
And children need interaction. Interaction is essential. A lot of parents have great concerns with what's happening in the schools right now. If you look at the masking, the distancing, the plexiglass, that's very concerning. So I, as a parent, I asked, and actually I'm also an educator with the Simcoe County School Board, I asked myself, what are the long-term side effects of what is happening to the children?
I don't think anyone knows.
Exactly, and that's the point. Nobody knows. But
it's not easy, you know. I mean, you get plenty of critics. In a pandemic, doing this is near impossible, but we did. because I think, you know, if you've got a vision and it's strong enough, then you will succeed. She's not going to see this, but my own sister doesn't support me. She's not said good luck, nothing, because she thinks I'm political about masks, and I'm not. I'm pro-choice. You know, if you want to wear a mask, wear a mask. If you don't. You know, just pros. Just let us decide for ourselves. When it comes to children and they're really young, then yeah, you've got to decide for them. But, you know, kids 13, 14, they can decide, you know. They don't have a voice. And, you know, listening to this as well, I'm tearing up. Listening to these kids, you know, they have a voice. Because when I was younger, you know, I was 9 when my mum died, and my dad remarried, and my stepmother mentally abused me, and then I ended up in foster care. And you know what? I had social services, CAS equivalent, thinking they knew what was best for me. But yeah, nobody really listened to me. Nobody really listened to what I wanted. So, you know, people aren't going to really understand me, but when you've lived it, when you've been that kid that is isolated, I was locked down. My wicked stepmother used to send me to my bedroom for weeks on end. And I used to see all my buddies walking down the street and having fun. So I was locked down a long time ago. So people need to listen to me. I'm not preaching, but I know what it's like to be on the other side. I've suffered depression for 3 decades, on and off, you know. I've always worked through it, but...
Mental health in Canada is a big issue.
It's a big issue global, but yeah, it's a big issue in Canada. You know, all these opioid overdoses and stuff like that as well. I mean, I could talk all day, but what I'm trying to say to people is, all right, don't agree with me. Think I'm an activist, I'm not. In that sense, but like I said, I've been there. I've been locked down a long time ago, and it's not nice. When you're trapped in your own head, like I said, I've had depression for 3 decades, on and off. You know, so I know what it's like, and I know what they're going through, and it hurts me to see them hurting. So.
Was it important for you to come out today and be here and have your voice heard?
Yeah, it was, but yeah, I talk a lot and everything, but I'm quite shy when it comes to big groups, you know. So I was overwhelmed when I finished. I'm overwhelmed when I'm doing the speech, because I do find that hard. So it's been a journey for me in that sense. That's kind of harder, really. Doing all the social media things is harder than riding, because when I'm riding, like I said, when I was a kid and I was allowed out, I get out on my bike and I just escape. It's kind of like a meditation for me. So when I'm out riding, I've got my music on and I'm just zoned out, and I'm working on myself. You know, I'm over the depression, but we all need to work on ourselves every day. Yeah, because, you know, we're only that far away from being, you know, depressed. Anyone, you know, and people don't understand that. Our minds are very fragile. We need to work on it. Get out, be happy. You know, vitamin D, dance, exercise, and they're kind of all the things that are being suppressed at the moment with the protocols.
Well, I have one final light-hearted question for you.
Yeah.
I'd like to know a couple of those songs that on your MP3 player that got you through from Toronto. Oh, Bob Marley. I
love Bob Marley in many ways. I love his music. I went to his house last year, his birthplace and resting place. Most of his songs, the Redemption one in particular, you know what, it's so collective. Sometimes I've got like powerful ballads going, you know, and Irish folk and all sorts of stuff. Like I would be here all day telling you my playlist. It's very collective. Some dance music, some reggae, you know, happy music. Yeah. Well, but I do need to quickly say, put Irish folk on, you know, the Dubliners or something like that, and you'll be happy. You know, you can't help tapping your feet to that, you know, jolly music. But yeah, so lots of different music, yeah.
Well, thank you very much for the interview.
You're more than welcome. Okay.
But we have to step back and say, what might happen with these measures, right? Because we see it. Children are scared when they don't have to be scared.
You want me to just keep going?
Nope, because I have a lot to do, but I do appreciate you guys coming out and showing support, and it was really nice talking to you guys.
Thank you very much.
Okay, beautiful. You guys have a good day.
You too.
Thank
Bye.
you.